I just want to talk a second about the PepeTools Superior Ring Bender. You can use copper to pattern your pieces and not waste your silver or gold just patterning things, you know, trying to figure out what you really like, how you could put it together. But I'm actually using aluminum wire, and this stuff is so flexible. You can use it multiple times as long as it's not too short, you know, wherever you cut it off. And you can unbend it, bend it with your fingers, so it's so flexible and easy to use that it's just like boom 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 in the ring bender, and you can kind of decide, oh no, that wasn't good, so then clip another inch off. Okay, that's actually working for my pattern, because you know, you can kind of cut, bend, but it's easier to just have a throwaway wire in a way and then keep what you like and learn, you know, the dimensions and everything. Have a ruler so that you can mark where you cut it, and then bend it and say, yes, make notes, this plus this equals this, and I like that shape, so I'm going to keep track of that. Here's an example of some of the stuff that I've patterned. A rectangle, paisley, teardrop kind of thing, circles, the hearts. That's how I figured out to do the heart. It's a 3-inch segment marked in the middle for 1.5 inches, and then using the number 12 on this guy over here, the small one, you can make the curved hoopy boobs of the heart, or whatever they're called. I don't know. And then the 90 degree does this sharp point at the bottom. And that's what you do first, because you want to define that in the middle at that 1.5 point. So circles, you can make jump rings with this tool. You could use the 12 again, the smallest diameter, or bigger ones if you want to make really crazy jewelry. But this, I just kept holding the wire and feeding it and twisting it and twisting it and twisting it, and then I created a whole little stack of jump rings out of that. And then these guys are made with the 60-degree triangle. I made a number of those. I made a bigger triangle. Don't remember exactly what the numbers were on that. I wrote them down, I just don't have them right now. Some weird oval-y looking thing, and then another smaller teardrop. So you can, and then I made these guys just by clipping a segment and then bending it with my pliers. I call that a 6 or a swirly, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But as long as you clip them all in the same length, you can bend them and build things with them really simply. So, like, let's say if you wanted to take the heart, put a stone in there that actually fits, and then you do, like, oh no, that's not appropriate. Like little hearts all the way around it, or I clipped some jump rings in half. Oh, look, a locket! How cute! I just did that. It's funny. And you can make the bail out of this, you know, who knows, whatever you want to do. But one other design that I really like that I want to show you is like based on a quatrefoil, and that's what this. These two half circles and two of the 60 degrees. These half circles, I think we're done with like a 14 on the set. Let's do 2 of those. And it's kind of like a quatrefoil. And then I took these guys and I put them like that. Where's the other one? And then you could put like a dot on each end here, and that would be super cool. These would look even better if they were more fancy with my pliers. So let's say you wanted to, you can see it on the camera, like bend this open more. You know, it's more sleek. See, that's prettier already, just having that nice edge. Not edge, but whatever. So, it's super fun to experiment with all of these shapes and cut them apart and kind of Frankenstein them together and figure out what you could be making. I just love this now. There's no end to it. You can use these as bales, you know, to hold your stuff. I know a lot of people like to do the multiple rings hanging from another thing to hold their chain. You could put these together within each other and then do who knows what, you know. Oh, and then hang it like this, or abstract and then hang it like that, and then put a stone in there, balls all over the place. You could do endless things if you just cut the wire at what you want to estimate, write it down, write down what tools you're working with, and then you have a record of how you came to be with that. You know, I made the mistake of some of my notes that I took where I I wrote stuff like 2-inch length, 65-degree, half point, I do a bend, and then a half circle on the ends. I don't remember what that was. So if you draw the shapes, it helps because you can create things off of that. There's the heart recipe. I don't know what this one was for, but I measured a piece of wire and I said 3/4, 3/4, 3/4. And maybe I bent it 65 degrees at each one, and maybe that was this. No, maybe that was a triangle. That would make sense. So keep a good record. I'm going to draw that now just in case. Triangle? I don't know. And then take it from there. Create awesome stuff, build your pieces, and then do that in your wire. And with this sterling, I used 14 gauge. So it makes a really cool border around things that you want to make, and it's substantial. Alright guys, have fun. Thank you for paying attention to the video, and have a great day. And remember, this tool is actually made to bend just the ring shanks and make your life easier, but I think it's even more fun to get crazy and make shapes that are easily replicable without going crazy with pliers and stressing your arms out and wrists and fingers and, you know, whatever. It's fun. So there's lots of ways to use it. And if you don't want to mar your metal, you can use the Delrin, I think that's what it's called, attachments, and use those in place of the metal one that you usually would use. So if you, like with my hearts here, I used this because it was silver and I didn't even want to take a chance. Even though I banged it up and did some patterning on there. But these are a very great accessory for this set. Just remember to use them because I get used to having these on there. And you'll be good to go. You'll be creating cool stuff, geometric jewelry lines out the yin yang. Just anything's possible. Just take notes and then you'll remember because you'll be reading your notes. Alright guys, have fun.